walking down Commercial Street, and this brings us on to Henrique Street. Back in 1888, it wasn't called Henrique Street, it was called Berner Street, and this is the location for Jack the Ripper's third victim. It was the first of two on the night which is better known as the double event. Yeah, we'll just walk down here. It's actually a school now, but obviously back then it wasn't. She was kind of found at the side of Duffield's yard. A gentleman found, if anyone's watched the Michael Caine film, Jack the Ripper, which came out in 1988, 100 years of the anniversary. There's a scene in that where a gentleman pulls in and his horse kind of shies away. And they say that the reason behind that was Jack the Ripper was actually still there. A lot of Ripper experts have given the nickname to Elizabeth Stride as Lucky Liz, or Long Liz. I don't know why she gets called Long Liz, because she was only 5 foot. But Lucky Liz is a reference to, obviously, the 5 Jack the Ripper victims. They all got mutilated and parts took away. But in actual fact, she only had a throat cut. So obviously many of the experts believe that because he hadn't actually, Jack the Ripper was what was known as a product killer. Didn't really like to, you know, the killing wasn't the best, his part. It was more after, you know, when he'd take intestines out and place them over the shoulder, and he hadn't actually he hadn't got what he wanted that night. So obviously 45 minutes later, he's went over to the boundaries in the city of London, Mitre Square, and he's claimed his second victim. I'm going to be going there next, and yeah, obviously he kind of fulfilled what he wanted to do. You know, took parts of a uterus away, kidneys, that kind of thing. So this is Henrique Street, better known as Berner Street, back in 1888. So the scene of the murder would have been, I spoke to I won't name him actually, but a real Jack the Ripper expert, and he seems to think that where that pipe was there was Duffield's yard to about the corner of that fence. So in there, you know, probably just slightly behind that wall was where the body of Liz Stride had a neck cut, and you know, she was dead. Obviously he was interrupted. A lot of experts think that he was actually hiding in the dark there, and of course when the guy went to get the police and all that, he's made escape and off to kill another one. But this was Berner Street, 1888. Anyone who would like to come and have a look, it's just off Commercial Street, which is up there. You can always tell at the East End if you just kind of go around, keep to Whitechapel Road and Commercial. It's a bit like in Glasgow, Suckyall Street and Argyle Street. If you stick to them, you can't really fail. And it's just down here, and that was the murder scene there 133 years ago. Coming up, the Autumn of Terror. A lot of people say it was 10 weeks of terror in the East End, but in actual fact it was 9 weeks. So that was the murder scene there today.